Hey everybody, this is Alzorath, and welcome to another episode of Kickstartin' It. Today we're going to be looking at two projects, two intellectual projects at that. One exploring the inner self and personal growth, and the other exploring the growth of humanity across the stars. Yes, today we are going to be opening up with Project Bliss and Generation 1. I will include annotations or links or something, some way for you to skip ahead to the one that you might be really interested in, but Project Bliss is a video game, and Generation 1 is a comic, which I find both very interesting in their concept. Now, Project Bliss, which is going to be the one I'm going to start with, and you're going to see it in the background right now. I may include the music, I may not. Is basically a puzzle adventure game based around personal exploration and growth, and centered around the character, which is embodied also by you. It is based on healing, discovery, and exploring all these sacred inner, not really, I almost said demons there, inner entities, because they're not evil. They're just, in fact, many of them are kind of portrayed as though they are going to be good. Now, you may have seen this a demo of this game pop up on my channel previously, just without much explanation and just kind of out of the blue there. It's gotten quite a few views thanks to both Joystick and the Kickstarter page itself and a few other smaller websites. I've left it to minimal ads and stuff like that because it's meant just as a gameplay demo. Now, if you look down in the description, you'll see a link to the Kickstarter and this gameplay preview video, and you are invited to go try it out. Now, right now, it's going to be ending this week. In the next couple days. It might even be displaying hours to go by the time you see this video. Now, personally, I'm not so certain the Kickstarter for it is going to succeed this time. It's been a bit of a rough go trying to get the word out there about this game so people can try it. As for my personal opinion as to why it it is kind of low on the numbers right now, is the market is a little bit saturated right now, but when the game would be releasing, the market for this type of game will have recovered and it will have been ready for another one. This game kind of falls in the realm of things such as, at least from what I can get from the demo and stuff like that, it feels very much along the lines of Journey and even quite possibly a look into a 3D, almost Limbo kind of thing. That's just my personal opinion as to how the game is feeling. It's got a very beautiful aesthetic, as you can see in the background. I am playing footage from one of my playthroughs of it back there. The alpha currently still does have some bugs in it, but it's quite smooth, really, especially considering it is very, very, very early alpha. The game wouldn't even be close to finished until mid-2014. That's almost a year more of work left on it to go before it's in a releasable state. What my hope is with this game is that they take the lessons learned from marketing their Kickstarter this first time around and actually work on the game a little bit more, get the bull level ready to be tested out and one of the actual in-game puzzles ready for the demo, and then that they relaunch, because I do see a lot of promise in this. I've talked to one of the developers over at Enlightened Games, and he's a very interesting person. He's the person who actually designed Bliss from like his life, so I think it really is a good game to back. The nice thing about Kickstarter is that if you back the creation by an individual or a company and it fails, you can actually go back, and since you've backed it, you are still a contact on Kickstarter. You can basically be alerted whenever the game you kickstarted relaunches for a new goal. This has happened a few times. There is actually one game that almost did this, and one game that I've seen actually succeed at doing this that really failed the first time around. But that's moving more into the what is Kickstarter end of things. I think Bliss is worth backing. I think it's worth looking at. I think I would really hope that they have a relaunch of the Kickstarter for it, because I see a lot of promise there. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave Project Bliss there. You can go look at the gameplay demo and the Kickstarter for more information on it. I could do a Let's Play of it, of the demo if you would like, where I'm actually talking over it. However, I feel like immersing you in the gameplay itself was more important for the preview of it. But if you want to see that, go ahead and comment below to that effect and I'll take a look at it. But as far as the second thing, Generation 1, Children of Mars. This is kind of an exploration of the human psyche and where we're going with science. I have a great interest in space. I'm not an astrophysicist or any crazy thing like that. I will never be visiting Mars or even the moon myself. But I find the concept of the psychology of interstellar travel and even the generational end of it to be extremely interesting, and Generation 1 kind of taps that. It's already past its goal twofold, and there's still a lot of things that you can get on there. But Generation 1 is a comic book about the first generation of children on Mars. Not the people who first visit Mars, or even the first people who inhabit Mars as a living space. Instead, it's the first children born there and what their life is like. It's kind of like being in a new country that had never been explored before. It's the first settlers in America way back many ages ago. Possibly even as far back as the Vikings, if not earlier. But Generation 1 addresses this psychological and interesting little tangent of the thought of science fiction that isn't really addressed very often. And that is just the human aspect of it rather than the aliens coming or anything like that. Now, as the stretch goals are reached on this one, different things start unlocking, such as Halloween issues and many other things. Let's go ahead and read down the list. You have at 30,000, which is 3 times the basic goal, you get a Halloween bonus, which they're actually fairly close to getting. It's about 6,000 to it, and I'm recording this with 4 days left to go in the Kickstarter, which means they may well hit it with their surge. My hope is that they actually hit at least 4,500 or 60,000 so they can reach a winter holiday bonus issue, and at 60,000 it's another bonus issue, another 22 pages where they explore it even more, which I find really interesting. I really hope to see Generation 1 actually continue out and beyond the Kickstarter and actually have a series where they explore it in a bit more, possibly in more books, even if I have to buy them separately. You can also look at more goals where at even really far stretches, I'm not sure they'll actually reach these, at 75,000 novelette, and at 100,000 there's a novel coming out. I'm highly doubtful we'll reach those, but they're kind of interesting nonetheless. Now, I only backed what I could with this one. If I could back more, I would go for one of the shirts, because I actually kind of like that one. I like the logo. In the background, you've been seeing little pieces of the images from it. Hopefully they don't mind me using them. But yeah, that's Generation 1. If you want to read more about it, the Kickstarter link is, as always, down in the description below. And I find it a really interesting comic to look at and back. There are other comics that I back and other comics that I support. If you are interested in these other types of things besides just gaming on this channel, be sure to comment below and give this thing a good liking and thumbs up. And I will see you guys next time on Kickstartin' It. Also, be sure to share this with other people you think might be interested in these. And I'll also be including some things that I think you guys might be interested in that I personally haven't had the opportunity to back myself, because I'm not made of money. But yeah, keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.